Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a Stampin' Chat with Kay. We're going to take a look at the November 2020 paper pumpkin. I thought, I better squeeze this in because the deadline to sign up for the December paper pumpkin kit is coming up in just 2 days. The last day to sign up for the December paper pumpkin kit, which is the Berry Comforting kit, the last day to sign up for that is on the 10th, which if today's Tuesday, that'd be Thursday. So that has to be done fairly soon if you want to get that kit. It's actually designed to send warmth and encouragement after a very tough year. So I think it's going to be pretty cute with lots of little teddy bears or bear theme anyway. So that should be fun. Hello. Oh, good. We have so many shares. Well, I'm going to do a little giveaway on Thursday. That's going to be the lace trim from Stampin' Up! 2 yards of that, along with the 2 cards that we're making today. Yes, you have coffee, so do I. Cheers. Good morning. Oh yeah, we have a big sale today too. That's another thing going on. I should have gotten up a lot earlier. I did not realize the clearance rack was also going to be updated. So even though I had prepared my customers yesterday with the big giant year-end closeout sale from Stampin' Up!, I didn't know about the clearance rack update. Then this morning I wake up and I'm like, oh my God. So I quickly sent out another little customer email because there are some really good deals on the clearance rack. Of course, I can't tell you about any of them because that'd be crazy since once they go, they're gone. So about the time I tell you about something, it'll be gone. So you just have to go look for yourself. Oh, goodness. And then I'm trying to do a blog post. Well, guess what? My blog decided to be all funky today, so I can't even post anything. So once I get off here, I've got to spend a little more time figuring out why nothing is posting. I can't even upload a photo. So anyway, nothing that you need to be too concerned about, but something I need to be kind of concerned about. All right. Well, I tell you what, we have a lot of shares today, some really fun ones. First of all, I want to share a card created by my downline member, Dawn Michaels, and it uses the Wonder of the Season, not the stamp set, but the Specialty Designer Series paper, as you can see here. It also has the bells, the seasonal bells dies. And it's got that big fat ribbon that the bells are hanging on. That's also from the Wonder of the Season product suite. I love that. So it's super pretty, isn't it? Let's see what else is on here. The Plaid Tidings Sentiment. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dawn Michaels. But this is only the tip of the iceberg for me to share with you as far as all the little goodies she included. So let me get going. First of all, she wanted to send a card to me that related to the fact that my December kit to go is the Nothing Better Than bundle, which the deadline for that is in 2 days too, guys. So if you want to sign up for that, head over to my blog where you'll find links to those details. But look here. So she had gotten this as a swap card and she passed it on to me because she knew how enamored I was of the 4 C's. So let me share with you the little gifts she gave to me representing the 4 C's. I think you'll get a kick out of it as much as I did. So the first thing is cookies. Steve has already laid claim to these. So she sent me some little mini Oreos, which I thought was super cute. She also sent me coffee towels. So not actual cups of coffee, but she sent me 2 towels. Look, they got all coffee stuff on them. And when I was hanging them up last night, Steve's like, well, don't just hang them up all rigmarigamy like you usually do, because I usually hang them on a hook so it looks like this. He's like, you gotta hang it over something so we can see the coffee cups. I was like, really? I've never heard Steve ever say anything like that before. So it was kind of funny. He was very impressed with the towels. So thank you so much, Dawn Michaels. I love the coffee towels. And the theme continues. She also sent me chocolates. Look, really nice chocolates. I can't wait to dig into these. I may have to have another cup of coffee this morning just so I can enjoy one of these chocolate bars with my coffee. And finally, the cocktail C. So are you ready? She knows I love sangria. Oh my goodness! An entire bottle of sangria. So this could be some pretty fun times. So I'll have to do something really special. Maybe Christmas evening would be fun to open up this bottle of sangria. So Don Michaels, oh my gosh, you really blew me out of the water with your fantastic gift. So incredibly sweet and so fun. And so neat that it ties into the Nothing Better Than Kit to Go this month, which everybody is really excited about getting. All right, so the next card that I got is from one of my customers, Diana Hughes, and she used the Springtime Impressions dies. Now, this is a retired die set, but I do want to point something out that I think you guys will get a lot of excitement about, just as I was when I saw it. I'm going to hold it up closer to the camera. Do you notice they all sparkle? It's with some sparkly paper, and it just occurred to me that this looks like frost. I mean, it looks like frosted flowers. So if you want to use your really fabulous flower dies in the winter, why not put them on some sparkly paper, and they look just like frosted flowers like you would see in the wintertime. So I thought that was really neat. Another card I got in the mail is from one of our watchers and also one of my customers. This is from Rosemary Johnson, and I have to share the back of the envelope too, because look at that. She used the Kirby dies, and it's the leftover piece from the front of the card that she put on the back of the envelope. So can you see all of that together? I thought that was a really clever way of using your extra pieces from your Kirby dies. So thank you so much, Rosemary, for this great card. I'm going to hold it up one more time because this is the variety pack bundle. So she used all three things on this card. She used the classic Christmas paper in the 6x6. She used the Quite Curvy bundle with the little birdies, and she used the pine boughs from the Kirby Christmas stamp set. So much going on this card, and it's just beautiful. And of course, she sends me a lovely note too. So thank you so much, Rosemary. I love it. Another beautiful card that I got in the mail comes from a downline member that lives in South Dakota, Sheila Kammerer. And look at this beautiful, beautiful First Frost Designer Series paper. Christmas card. It's so gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I would like to myself make about 100 of these. And guess what? This Designer Series paper right now is in the big closeout sale. It's Stampin' Up. So if you don't have yours yet, or you want to stock up on this paper, I highly recommend it. I'm going to bring it in a little closer because she uses some dies at the bottom of her Christmas sentiment to accent it. I think it's from the Painted Labels dies. I don't know. Can you see it? I'm not sure. But in real life, it looks awesome. So she has some silver foil there, and I just love it. Really looks great with the whole card. So thank you so much, Sheila. And my next card is from one of my customers who is sending her payment in by check for the kit to go. And it uses that Hey Check. Remember that celebration stamp set we had several years ago? Julie Nelson has always loved that stamp set. So I'm not surprised that she's sending me a card with it. And then we're, just as a little sneak peek item, we're going to have another chick set, little chicken set, that's going to be coming out in January. So pretty fun. But this is a little throwback card from days gone by. Super cute. And I got another card from a customer who mailed in her payment for her kit to go. And this is from Linda Thomas. And oh, I knew something special. Like, look, a decorated envelope, so fun. And then the beautiful boho, oh my gosh, what is it? It's the boho medley that you find at the beginning of our annual catalog. This is a wonderful medley because it has the stamp sets, the dies, the papers, everything, the embellishments. It's just a fabulous deal. And it's only like around $70, and you get so much product to play with. And so she made a really pretty card using that medley. So thank you so much, Linda Thomas. I love it. Just beautiful. And I have another card to share. This is also from a customer sending in her payment for the kit to go. And this is from Elaine Wheeler. You know, you can always expect something gorgeous from Elaine. And so I just want to share the card she made with me. She actually kept it all blank so that I could reuse it if I want to. But here it is. And it uses last year's Happy Birthday stamp set, Happy Birthday to You stamp set, and then she put the beautiful flowers onto a jar, and I'm not sure which jar this is. It's from the past, but she uses Rococo rose all around it, and it's so well done. And then you open it up, and it's kind of like one of those barn door cards where you open it up like this, and there's your inside panel. So really beautiful card. Thank you so much, Elaine. It's just gorgeous. And then finally, I have 3 swap cards to share with you from my downline members. And this one is from Stacy Kratz using the Christmas Means More stamp set along with the Poinsettia Petals stamp set. So I want to show this to you. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my gosh, I have such talented downline members. So she used the hearts dies. Which ones are they called? She wrote it all back here. The Be Mine stitched dies, which are hearts. And so these are all little hearts that are popped up on dimensionals. And I love it. This is a really hard one to see in the camera, but I can assure you that it is really, really gorgeous in person. Let's see, there's another one here from my downline member, Grace Ballfans. She lives up in northern Minnesota, and she used the Wrapped in Christmas stamp set and actually cased the mini catalog, the August through December mini catalog. So I love doing that too because it's a really quick way to design cards. Basically, the designing's done. You're just copying it. So that's what casing means. Really great card. Thank you so much, Grace. And the very final card that I'm going to share with you before we get going on our paper pumpkin kit here is what they call a book fold card. Really fun. This is from my downline member, Shelly Lamel. She uses the Peaceful Boughs stamp set along with the Beautiful Boughs dies. And the book fold card just means that it's scored here and then you open it up like this into kind of like a book fold. So a beautiful, beautiful card. And I love it. And I know that you do too. And that's why I share these. So thank you everybody for of course the shares. Just amazing. And also for your kind encouragement and beautiful words that you send along in your cards. I really appreciate it. All right, so you know what? I think the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and open up this paper pumpkin kit, and I'll share with you my alternative card here. So let me flip the camera down and we'll get going. So just give me a second to do that. All right, I think this looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and get started here, and I can move things around if it turns out that I'm not happy with something. Okay, so here is the paper pumpkin kit. I love that Stampin' Up! Wraps the whole thing in cello and puts the name, your address, on a separate sheet of paper. So now you have these beautiful boxes that don't have like the postal labels and all of that stuff on like they used to. So this is really nice. And we're going to open it up. And of course you get the stamp set, which I have a lot of the stamps out because we're going to be using them on the card that I'm making. So you get a stamp set. These are some of the embellishments that you get. You also get some mini glue dots and some dimensionals. And you get a little blushing bride. So this is all in the November kit to go. It's not something that you can order now anymore. However, the December one is coming out, and that is going to have something similar. It'll have a stamp set, it'll have an ink pad, it'll have some embellishments, it'll have some adhesive. It even included tear and tape, this particular kit, because we are, I will show you what this all is. So if you look at the instructions from Stampin' Up!, it's for gift card holders. So I just want to, oh, and it also has not necessarily instructions, but some card ideas for alternative things that you can do with the paper pumpkin kit. So the actual gift cards look like this. They have a little holder and a little spot to either put cash or a gift card. And then, of course, you would put these, you know, in someone's stocking, or you could hand them out in person or put them in the mail. So these are a couple of them that are done according to the way Stampin' Up! Asked us to do them. And here is another one. So look at these cute little gingerbread embellishments, the little gumdrops. So much fun, so cute. Another thing you can do is take that same little gingerbread house, but instead of putting it on a gift card, you can just add, punch a hole at the top and take off the back part of it. And you have a tag that you can put on your Christmas present. So this is also a really great way to make a tag. And tags, of course, we need this time of year. So super cute idea for making a tag with some of your, if you don't need 15 gift card holders, you could make a few tags as well. All right, and then this is the card we're going to recreate today. It's going to be my giveaway along with the lace trim. And this is the outside panel using the stamps. Something that looks totally different from what was actually in the kit, but something I thought you would really enjoy learning how to make. And then when you open it up, there is the inside panel. So it's just a really pretty and kind of elegant gift card, or not gift card, but just alternative card that you can do with the supplies, with some of the supplies that you're getting in your Paper Pumpkin kit. And so let's go ahead and start making that. Let's see, where are my goodies? Here we are. Hold on, I have to get them out. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is get our card base and inside panels complete. So this is our card base. It's going to be crumb cake, and obviously I'm making 2 cards, so I have 2 panels here. 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So let me grab my bone folder here, and I'm just going to go ahead and on the score line, we're just going to press that down so that our cards lie flat for us while we work with them. There we go. And again, as I mentioned, crumb cake, one of my favorite neutrals. Then we have our, okay, so this is going to be some weird numbers, but bear with me, you'll see why in a little bit. But this is our inside panel, and I have these cut at 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So let me walk across the room and I'll explain why I have these cut at such kind of weird numbers, but just give me a second here. I wanted to grab this piece of designer series paper. So this is a little bit wider than this, but the reason I have it a little bit wider is because I haven't finished cutting it down. If you look on the actual front of the card, you will see that this is a raised panel backed with crumb cake. And the reason I did that is because when you're using our Toile designer series paper, our Toile Tidings designer series paper, it's a little bit, you know, flimsy. So you're going to want to put that onto a 4 by 4 inch square of crumb cake. Well, when I did that, I wanted just the tiniest little border to show, and it gives me a little wiggle room when I'm putting the paper down, so I don't have to be so exact. Well, so that means I was cutting my paper at 3 7/8. So I thought, well, since I'm already doing that, I wanted to cut my inside panel, my 3/4 pieces out of that same piece of designer series paper, which meant that I was left with a 3 7/8 inch width. So that's why my inside panels are cut to 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So I just took the top down 1/8 of an inch as well. So I know that was way more explanation than you probably needed, but I thought, oh my gosh, they're gonna have no idea why I did that. And so I was just explaining. It's because when I was cutting the designer series paper, I was cutting these long strips at 3 7/8, and so I wanted to carry that over into the inside panel. So that's what's going on, in case you're wondering if I've lost my mind, which, you know, maybe I have a little bit. All right, so we're just gluing these into place. at the top. We're putting these at the top for a little bit different look than what we normally do. A lot of times we put these at the bottom. But for this particular card, because we have the Designer Series paper on the front, I thought it was kind of fun opening up the card and seeing it at the top on the inside panel. Just sort of completes the look. Just a little bit something different, you know what I mean? All right, so we have the inside panels done, except for the stamping, so I'm going to grab the Garden Green ink. And I have an inside sentiment from that Jolly Gingerbread stamp set that's included in the paper pumpkin. I'm going to get my Stampin' Mat out since this is a photopolymer set. Usually you get a little bit better image if you're using a Stampin' Mat. We're gonna set this here, wishing you a jolly Christmas, and this one here. There we go. All right, so let me move this out of the way, and we're gonna take these and we are going to, I have so much on my desk area here. It's taking a little time to find everything, but I'm going to use the Stampin' Seal on the back at the top. And then we're just going to put these right into the inside panel of our card base. Oh, it looks so nice already. There we go. And here's the second one. All right, now let's work on the outside because that's probably a little bit more complicated. So let's start with, you know what, let's start by stamping these little pieces up here. So I'm just going to bring this all back in. And here's the ink. And we are going to take this little set of designs. It sort of looks, I don't know, Swedish or something like that. It has a really kind of Nordic look to it. So we're going to stamp this just at the top, just like this. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. And there we go. All right. So that's done. Now what we have is we have this little panel that needs to be stamped. So let me grab that. That is a 1 15/16 inch square. I know. It's because I wanted to get this panel super, super tight with that image. So that is the reason, again, for those crazy numbers. But if you don't like doing it, just make it 2 inches square and call it good. All right, so here we go. We are going to take another one of those really fun filigree stamps. We're going to ink it up. And we're going to set it in the square. I have to bring it in a little closer to make sure that I'm fitting it in just perfectly. There's one. Wow, that was stamped very good. Maybe you're not seeing it on camera, but I have to bring it in a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. And there's the other one. All right, and then the final thing that we're going to stamp are some little circles that say Happy Holidays. Now, the stamp set, Happy Holidays, I'll hold it up really close. It's all one stamp, but guess what? You can do stamp set surgery. So I just cut that in half, and I've got Happy Holidays, so we can put it on a little tiny circle. So let me move this all out of the way. And I've got a new product to show you. So I've got the mini Stampin' Cut from Stampin' Up. Let me fold it all back up here. So this is something that demonstrators get to order early. We got this in our pre-order last week. And so it's the cutest little Stampin' Cut machine. And I love the size. It fits perfectly on my desk. And I can now use this while I'm even doing Facebook Lives for small dies, because this is a pretty small opening. And when you open it up, so there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can stamp your images and then cut out, or you can cut out and then stamp your images. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut out and then stamp my images because it's a photopolymer stamp set, so I can see right where to stamp them. But let me show you what I'm doing. I have these are the circle dies from Stampin' Up. They're called layering circles, and I am lucky because I do so much cut work that I actually have 2 sets of these. So I'm taking the smallest straight edge circle, and like I said, I have 2 sets of those dies. So I've got the smallest ones right here, and I've got them set up on the little platform, which are numbered to help you know exactly how to do it. So we have the 1 platform, the 2 platform, and then we are going to put these small dies right here on a piece of vanilla scrap, and then I have another 2 to go over the top. So that's my top plate. And what I'm going to do now is just roll them through, and it's so fun and easy just to have it right here on my desk. So it works just like the regular Stampin' Cut Emboss machine from Stampin' Up, except it's just a little mini version. So I don't have to get up and walk across the room to do small die cuts. I can keep it right here at my desk. And there's our little die cuts. Super cute. And it was so much fun to show you this machine. All right, so let me set this out of the way. Then, you know, actually I took it up to the cabin with me this weekend. I almost forgot it. But you know how I got it up there? I just put it in my purse. That either shows you I have a really big purse, or it just shows you that the purse I do have is pretty roomy, which I think is more the latter. But it literally fit in my purse, and I took it up to our cabin in my purse. Oh my gosh. All right, so here we go. I'm going to stamp this now. So I need my little mat back in the picture. I've got my 2 small little circles. And yes, you can get your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, the mini version, if you're a demonstrator. And if you're not a demonstrator, you can actually put it into your starter kit. So it's something that you can actually get now, even as a customer, if you'd like to join Stampin' Up! As a hobby demonstrator and get your stuff at cost. And that could be one of the things that you put into your starter kit, which is cool. So contact me if you want more information. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm stamping holidays on this cute little circle. I'm going to do the same thing over here. And then I'm going to go ahead and stamp the happy. So we're going to put that right on top of the holidays. There we go. Oh my gosh, if that isn't just the cutest. All right, now what we're going to do is I'm going to get this stamp set closed up, and we're going to add dimensionals to the back of this. So let me go ahead and do that. So I'm going to add 2 of them because we want them to we want this to be a nice sturdy circle, nothing wobbly on this card. There we go. Then I'm going to use the flat end of my Take Your Pick tool, and I can flip that around. And I will center it now into this little section right here, until I have it exactly right where I want it, which looks good right there. Whoops. All right. Sometimes when you're working with such small die cuts, it's helpful to use the Take Your Pick tool. Otherwise, you really can't see what you're doing because your fingers get in the way. So that's a little tip for you today. All right, so now what we're going to do is put this out of the way because I think we have all of our stamping done. So it's not a lot of work for the rest of the cards. So again, we have our 4-inch squares of crumb cake. And then we have our 12 tidings paper. We have a 3 7/8 inch square. You guys are so cute. Thanks for all your sweet comments. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down with multi-purpose liquid glue. And that gives me a little wiggle room when I'm putting it onto the 4-inch square panels. So let me do that right now. That looks pretty good right there. And we'll do the same thing over here. Now, I didn't really have a chance to look at the sale stuff or the closeout stuff that thoroughly today. But I do know that a lot of the designer series paper is on sale. So I'm guessing the 12 Tidings is probably in the sale too. But don't quote me because I'm not 100% sure. I just haven't had time. All right, so here is the giveaway ribbon that we're going to be using. So let me get this set up. And I am going to, I'm going to probably disappoint some of you. I am not going to put a bow on here. I am going to put the bow on after the video is done. Because when I was making up this card last night, it took me longer to put the bow on than it did for me to create the card. So I do want these to have bows on to our winners. The winners will get the bows on the card like this. But I just want to say, it took longer for me to put this darn bow on than anything else because number one, it's hard to tie on bows with the lace trim. It's a little bulky and it's a little, I don't know, it just doesn't want to behave quite as nicely as some of our others. But it looks so pretty to do it that way that I had to do it that way, but it just takes forever. It takes a long, long time to do it that way. So as I said, I will do this for our winners. I will put the bows on for you, but I'm just not going to do it on a Facebook Live or we'd probably be here till noon. I mean, literally. All right, so let's go ahead now and finish up this card as far as I'm going to do it today. So again, we're going to be using dimensionals. So I'm going to just stick some dimensionals here. And then we can put this right here. So just center this in down here at the bottom of your card, just like so. Do the same thing for our other card. Elaine's telling me she has trouble with bows too. Well, I actually don't really have much trouble. You guys have seen me make, you know, dozens of bows on these Facebook Lives. It's just that to get it on there, I don't know, just, so what I'm doing is a tie-on bow, and I just wanted it to look a certain way. I wanted this little piece to go like that, that little piece to go like that. I wanted it to be sideways. Oh my God, it just, let me just, as I did it, I was like, no, I will not do this on the live because we don't have that much time to spend on a live. All right, so then we have these cute little medallion squares with our sentiment. So those also get dimensionals. So I'm just gonna put one in each little corner here. There we go. You guys are so cute. You're all talking about how you're bow challenged. Well, I don't know. I think it's just because I've done so many in my lifetime, but I still get challenged when there's a certain look that I want to have and it's not happening. So then I get kind of, I get a little stubborn about it and I keep doing it over and over and over until I get exactly the look that I'm trying to achieve. I mean, I could try it. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'll just give up really fast if it's not going my way, because you guys all seem to have a lot of faith in me that I can do this. So one thing I learned last night is you need plenty of, I think what the problem was is I started with too small of a section. So I'm going to go with about 10, 11 inches. Then I'm going to slide it under here. Now again, I'm going to give up on this if I start having issues. So then I just go ahead and I tie it on. So you'll get the idea of how this is supposed to go. Right here. And then you just make a bow, which is what I'm going to do. So all of this looks like it's going great so far. Oh my gosh, it's going great today. And it's doing everything I wanted to do. And last night, I could not do this to save my life. I don't know what the difference is. It must be all the good vibes from you guys. Oh my gosh, it's like perfect today. I don't even understand this. All the stars must have aligned because look at how cute that turned out. Okay, so if I can do a bow that quick, we'll do, I think the problem was I didn't have enough. I didn't have enough ribbon last night. I was trying to do it too chintzy. Have you guys ever done that? Where you're like, oh, you know, I don't have much of this ribbon, so I'm going to just use a little bit. And then it just takes like an hour to try to get it all right because you didn't use enough. So maybe that's the key. All right, so I'm tying it on. I'm bringing it under. Yep, I think that was my problem. I just didn't have enough ribbon to work with last night. Because now, once you know, today, it's all behaving just beautifully. It's probably all the good vibes you guys are sending me. Oh, I'm getting a little fussy. Oh, there we go. It's doing what I want it to do. Yep, so I did waste about 3.5 inches of ribbon, but I think it's worth it because I didn't lose my mind doing it, which was what was happening last night. I literally was going crazy. And today it looks great. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here we are with the 2 cards that we have just completed. Here's the third one. That's the one I did last night. Oh yeah, you can see these bows are a little bigger and more whimsical looking, but hey, still looks good, right? All right, so thank you everybody for joining me today. I truly appreciate you. Be sure to check out the year-end closeout sale. It's giant. There's lots of good deals. There's also some really good deals on the clearance rack that you will also want to check out. And if you want to, you can always call me, email me, text me, and I will help you place your order. I do that all the time for my customers. They love that service, and I love visiting with them too. So have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.